We wanted to capture the element of beauty and the demands, sometimes unrealistic demands that are placed on women. And Stephanie was that for us in the story. Stephanie is a model, and her entire life, the only thing that she's been told is that her face is what's gonna make her famous, that her body and her face would get her through. And so she believed it. And when we meet her, she's with her mom. And mom just wants her to be successful, but so much so that she puts real, unrealistic demands on Stephanie. And Stephanie buys into that. And all she wants to do is be the successful model and be in the covers of magazines. And that life is tough because it keeps asking you to be more, to do more. And sometimes you begin to ask yourself whether you can actually be enough as well. It's a beautiful story about the difficulty and the lowest points when it's one person against another, and how difficult it is for that person to get out of there. And we meet Stephanie years later, and she's still carrying the weight of that incident. And it's impacting every stage of her life. She's married. She's actually happily married, but she can't enjoy it because she doesn't love herself, because she's guilty. She feels responsible for everything that happens before. And I think it tells the story of many women and men, but in this case, women that are carrying with that weight.
Imagine how you can feel yourself if someone, if you can see how people see you. Really, because at one point we feel terrible, but people see us around us like we have all together, that nothing happened. That happened to me even in life, that people is, now that I'm being more vocal about all the things that happened to me, everyone is like, really? But you always look so happy. And it's, at one point you put that facade, that mask, to really pretend that you are okay, that anything happened, everything behind a joke or something, when really behind was something more meaningful and painful. So this is why Stephanie is very important, because she's lost and she doesn't know how to ask for help. And she's sad and she has many other things to overcome. And when she goes to the orchid, she begins to see herself with another eyes. If you want to discover the story of how she overcomes and moves to another level, please read the book and see what happened to her, because it's beautiful, beautiful what happened there.
Something special about the stories that we tell, and Stephanie is one of them, there are all the others, is that we do focus on what happened to them. But we believe that what happens to you does not define you. That's really important in all of their stories, especially in Stephanie's, because she's now dealing with it, but that's not who she is. And so what we want is for the women, and what actually happens in the book, in the novel, is that the women experience that side of themselves that they had forgotten. Through the tools, through the experiences, they realize that they are not what happened. They're not the divorce. They're not the, you name it, fill in the blank, because basically every story is the same.
What happened 5 minutes ago doesn't define us. So we invite you to get to know the beautiful story of Stephanie.